Okay, we are live again. This is my live reaction to all of the trades and free agencies that have been happening. So, anybody that wants to come in right now into the live or the chat, make sure to ask any questions you want in the chat so that I can hear it from you and I'll answer your questions right now. So I just want to first, before we get traded, because we don't have anybody watching right now, I would just like to the support on the last live. That was incredible. And if you guys, wanted me to do more lives in the future, let me know and I'll be happy to do it. And that, because that last live was really, really fun. So basically, what I am going to do, I am going to be going through every single like trade and free agency that's happened this off season. So let me know if I get any of these wrong, if you guys disagree with the opinion that I have on these lives. So we don't have anyone in right now, but I'm hoping that some of you guys are going to join the chat soon. So let us see. I'm just gonna go get some water. I'm gonna be right back. Okay. So this is my second ever live, and it's also my birthday tomorrow. So yeah, I'm excited for that. Yeah, so just going to get this started for you guys. So basically, let's go into the latest free agency trades, whatever. I wasn't actually planning on doing a live. I was actually planning on doing a regular video, but then I decided, since I got a few subscribers on the last live, that live seemed to go pretty well. I thought, so let's start with the June 28th one. So basically, this is what happened. The Mavericks trade Hardaway for Grimes. So this is how it went. Oh, we have a person watching, so make sure to comment so I know who you are, and ask me any question you like. So the Mavericks, well, they left. That was weird. But the Mavericks got Quentin Grimes, and the Pistons got Tim Hardaway Jr., 2025 second round pick via the Raptors, and two 2028 second round picks. Now, this was a pretty good trade for both of them. I thought this was pretty equal. Like, Quentin Grimes is younger and better than Tim Hardaway Jr. in my opinion. However, the Pistons got a lot of picks out of this too for the future. Even though they're second round pick, they got a few picks. So for that reason, I give the Pistons a B minus, and I give the Mavericks a C plus. There's no wrong in this, but I think like I said, I think it was equal. Okay, now we have a person in the chat. So ask any question you want, and just a comment so I know who you are. And okay, so let's go to the next trade. Okay, this one I don't really need to talk about this one. The Hawks trade Murray for the Pelicans. I've already done a short about that one. If you haven't seen it, make sure to check it out. It was my latest short where, Nikki 2 times says it's okay. Hi, Nikki 2 times. So basically, the Pelicans got DeJounte Murray, and the Hawks were able to get Larry Nance Jr. and Dyson Daniels. So, and the 2025 first round pick via the Lakers, plus the 2027 first round pick, least favorable of Milwaukee / New Orleans. Now, this, like I said in that my latest short that I made, this was a horrible trade by the Atlanta Hawks. This was just outright horrible. Like, it was so bad that who knows if the Hawks will even be that good next year, because Murray had a future ahead of him, and so basically now they just gave him away. So as I can see, we have 2 people watching. So if you want, make sure to comment so I know who you are, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, because I'm on the road to 250. Now we have 3 people watching. Awesome. So Murray to the Pelicans, yeah, it was just horrible by the Atlanta Hawks. I didn't really know what they were doing there, but it was terrible. So that's why I gave the Pelicans an A and the Hawks a C minus on that one. So then this is a 3-team trade that happened July 1st. So basically, the Mavericks were able to get Klay Thompson, who was signed as a free agent from Golden State. Now, I think it's ridiculous that Klay Thompson thought he was disrespected. Yeah, that he thought he was disrespected for being benched when he went 0 for 10. That was awful. Like how could you think you're being disrespected when you simply played horrible? Like, a 5-year-old could have done better than that. That was just disgusting. The Warriors end up getting 2025 second round pick via Dallas. Least favorable of my Sixers and the Nuggets, and a 2031 second round pick via Dallas. So they got a middle schooler out of that. Charlotte Hornets get Josh Green. So I think the Mavericks, they have veteran presence, but they already have enough in Kyrie Irving. He knows what to do to take them far. But Klay Thompson, he's just not good for this team. I'll give them a C minus. The Warriors, they just got a bunch of picks. C minus again. I don't know what's wrong with them. How could they get second round picks out of this? And Charlotte Hornets got Josh Green from the Mavericks. Josh Green was the best player for the Mavs that one game in the finals. I don't remember if it was game 4 or game 5, something like that. I give the Hornets a B minus. That was a really good trade that they were able to get. And so, yeah, I think that was a really good trade. Because Josh Green's a really underrated player. Really great player. So, July 2nd. So, Anderson to Warriors and sign and trade deal with the Wolves. So, the Warriors were able to get Mr. Slow-Mo himself, Kyle Anderson. And Minnesota Timberwolves got future second-round pick swap and cash consideration. So, I'll give the Warriors another C minus. Kyle Anderson is not a good play here. So I don't know what was the point of that. Timberwolves, I will give them a B minus. They pick swaps hard to come by and cash considerations too. Where they have some cash to make any great off-season moves. So, yeah, so basically that's what happened. So another thing that happened, though, what about the Mikal Bridges to the New York Knicks? Now that is a steal for New York. That's an absolute steal. The Nets got a package that includes 5 first-round draft picks, and the Nets also completed a separate deal with the Houston Rockets involved several future first-round picks. So they got first-round picks, a bunch. This may seem like a bad trade by the Nets, but I think it's a good opportunity to rebuild. So I give the Nets a B plus, and I give the Knicks an A. That's how the Knicks are probably going to win a championship. Unfortunately, I can't see a New York team win a championship. I can't deal with it. I can't see a New York team winning. That will be annoying. But another thing to look at, the Chicago Bulls sent Alex Caruso to the Oklahoma City Thunder for Josh Giddey. Now, I think this is pretty equal, so I'll give both of them a C plus. It's not the best trade, but it is a good trade. It's C plus. So those are pretty much what the trades that happen in this whole thing. Now let's move on to free agency. Now, ladies and gentlemen, free agency is a big thing because, if you're trading somebody, you have to make a negotiation with the other teams, right? So, basically, if you make a trade, both teams have to agree to that. But in a free agency, another team could offer that player a nice deal and a good contract, and it's their decision whether they want to sign the contract and join that team. So that's why I think free agency is really important. Like normally, big names uh, leave the team and take that contract in free agency instead of getting traded. So let's move on to free agency. We'll talk about from July 1st because I think July 1st is when it really started to, happen, free agency. So let's just let me just try to find I'm trying to read every free agency that I could possibly. I'll start from July 1st, and then we will move up now. So this is what happened to start July 1st. So now we have 3 people watching. If you're just joining, comment so I know who you are. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already, because I'm on the road to 250 subscribers. So make sure to subscribe. So now, let's start. At 12:08 a.m. on July 1st, the Mavericks for Derrick Jones Jr. and the Clippers have agreed to a 3-year, $30 million deal. So Derrick Jones, the newest member to the Clippers, well, probably not the newest member, but one of the newest members on the Clippers right now. Derrick Jones Jr. Is more of a rebuilding type player. The Clippers didn't look for a star after they traded Paul George, which we'll get to in a second. But yeah, so basically that's what happened. At 1:45 a.m. on July 1st, Philadelphia Sixers guard Kelly Oubre Jr. has agreed on a 2-year, $16.3 million deal to stay with the Sixers. But this deal also included a player option on the 25 to 26 season. In his first season with the Sixers, he averaged 15 points and 2 steals. So basically, Kelly Oubre was a very solid player, above average role player. I really was a fan of him. He was one of my favorite in the league, and I always thought about getting a new Oubre jersey. But yeah, so I think the Sixers did a great job by keeping this player. As we could see, I'm seeing right now, what we have 3 again, but we had 4. But yeah, this was a great decision by the Sixers. 3:30 a.m. Free agent forward Paul George has agreed to sign a 4-year, $212 million maximum contract with the Philadelphia 76ers. So it also includes a player option for the 27 to 28 season, brings George back to the Eastern Conference, and he'll now pair with Maxey and Embiid. So basically, this is horrible, I think, from what the Sixers. Oh my God. Sometimes I hate being a fan of this team. Sometimes because like I don't know what they're doing. Why are they taking Paul George? And he's going to be 38 at the end of his contract. And all he does is get injured and complains. Like on the Clippers, they gave him everything they wanted. They gave him a new stadium. They gave him Westbrook, which he asked for. They spent a lot of money on him, and he wanted more. He's a spoiled brat. That's what he is. And the Sixers decide they have to get involved in every single trade that happens or every single free agent. So you know what the Sixers do? They take an old head on their team. That's what they do. I'm just upset at the Sixers. At 8:53 a.m. on the July 1st, the Philadelphia Sixers and All-Star guard Tyrese Maxey have agreed to a 5-year, $204 million maximum contract extension. Now, this is perfect. Maxey is the second best player on the team, but I think he's getting close to first. Yes, you heard that right. He's getting close to the best player on the Sixers because Maxey is just something special. He made his first All-Star game this season, averaged 26 points, 6 assists, and 4 rebounds. He didn't do well from three. He's not the best three-point shooter or anything, but he is an extraordinary finisher, one of the best finishers I've ever seen. He's so quick, which I love that about him, and he will continue to improve over time. At 9:16 a.m., the Oklahoma City Thunder have agreed to a long-term extension with Isaiah Joe and Aaron Wiggins. So there are some key bench players for this Oklahoma team, this deep, young Oklahoma City Thunder team. Now, Isaiah Joe will be on a 4-year, $48 million deal, while Aaron Wiggins will be on a 5-year, $47 million deal. So the Thunder didn't want any small team options or anything like that, but here's how it is. The Thunder should definitely keep this deep bench, so I think the contract is worth it. And yeah, I just think it's worth spending money on a deep bench because the Thunder are very deep all around. They have Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Chet Holmgren. Now they add Alex Caruso, who's a great shooter. Gordon Hayward, great shooter. We have 4 people watching. That's great. So if you're just joining, make sure to comment so I know who you are. Subscribe if you haven't already. So let's go to the next free agent. At 9:28 a.m., free agent center Jalen Smith has agreed to a 3-year, $27 million contract with the Chicago Bulls. And so he'll be a bench player he was the bench player for the Indiana Pacers last season, where he averaged 10 points and 6 rebounds while shooting 42% from the three. So that's great to have on the bench. Someone who averages double figures as a bench player. That's perfect. And can put in a few rebounds, shoot well from three. That is what the Pacers need. The Pacers have a great chance at winning the championship next year. I'm not a fan of Tyrese Halliburton. I am a fan of Pascal Siakam, even though he beat my Sixers on that 2019 Raptors team. That made me upset, even though Kawhi Leonard got the game-winning shot. I'm a fan of Pascal Siakam and pretty much this whole team. 9:58 a.m. on July 1st. There's going to be a lot of free agencies. So free agent center Isaiah Hartenstein agreed to a 3-year, $87 million deal with the Thunder. So he averaged 8 points, 8 rebounds in just 25 minutes. And basically, that's what you want in even a starter play here. He'll probably be a bench player for the Thunder, Well, he'll definitely will because they have Chet Holmgren. But somebody who can be a double machine leading the bench is perfect. So, great job by Oklahoma City. So, another thing that happened, Tobias Harris is back on Detroit. He signed a 2-year, $52 million deal with the Detroit Pistons. And basically, this was a really good option for Pistons. They got a veteran presence on their team. So glad that the Sixers have finally had the courage to get this bum away. Just point that out there. So now, Justin Minaya is returning to the Blazers on a 2-way contract, and you could call me anything you want for this, but I actually don't know who that is. Can you believe that? An NBA fan doesn't know who a player is. But can you blame me? Who knows Justin Minaya? I don't know who Justin Minaya is. And the next thing, there's teams that are interested in Lauri Markkanen. That's the thing that we have to look at. But Drew Eubanks just signed a $10 million deal for 2 years with the Utah Jazz. So they got a center on their team. Drew Eubanks is a good player. And the Minnesota Timberwolves signed Luka Garza to a 2-year deal. So, bringing in some bench options. Free agent guard Delon Wright has agreed on a 1-year, $3.3 million deal with the Milwaukee Bucks. He's actually a player who I think can prove to people that he's worth more than $3.3 million a year, because I think Delon Wright is an underrated player. I think he's talented, and I think he's a solid defender too. So Boston Celtics have agreed to Derek White for a 4-year, $125.9 million contract extension. Since when do role players get paid that much? God. Even people like some of the top players in the 90s didn't get paid that much. That's crazy. I know it was different back then, but still. Then this is what happened. This was before Klay Thompson got traded, I believe, where he planned to join the Mavericks on a 3-year, $50 million contract. But then he actually did it. But Josh Green went to the Hornets. So we talked about that earlier. Free agent Nicholas Batum has agreed to a 2-year, $9.6 million deal. He's coming back to the Los Angeles Clippers. So then we got the LeBron James still a free agent. That would be crazy if he decides to leave after his son just got drafted. That would be insane. But for now, I think D'Anthony Melton went to the Warriors. So people are looking for bench options, but we'll see what happens. Yeah, we'll see. But Lauri Markkanen and DeMar DeRozan are probably the top picks possible right now. Yes, so right now, people are just working on their bench options and becoming title contenders next year. Jason Tatum signed the biggest contract in history with a 5-year, $314 million contract. No one's worth that much money. I'm sorry. No NBA player is worth that much money. That's crazy to me. Then Goga Batati. This is underrated right here. He's returning to the Magic on a 3-year, $25 million contract. Batati's a good player. Trust me. Oh, we have 5 people watching. Make sure to comment so I know who you are. And leave a like on the live. and subscribe if you haven't already. So this is more in the evening time of July 1st. Then Klay Thompson made it official that he'll go to the Mavericks, with the Warriors getting some picks. Gary Harris returning to the Magic, and Mo Bamba signing a one-year deal with the Clippers. So that was it for then. Now July 2nd, this is where Donovan Mitchell agreed to a 3-year, $150.3 million contract with the Cavs. Great decision by the Cavs. So we've seen a lot of like big contracts, superstars being signed onto these contracts. Then James Wiseman has agreed to a 2-year contract with the Pacers. He was a number 2 overall pick in 2020. And he was great for the Pistons, but didn't really change anything for them. They were still the worst in the league. I mean, it's unfortunate because I do really like the Pistons. I like Cade Cunningham a lot. But unfortunately, they were just not good enough. And they went on to that 27-game losing streak. Was it 27 games? I don't even know anymore. That it was just all I know is a really long losing streak. And I think it tied the most in history. Of course, my Philadelphia 76ers were up there because they have to have a record in something negative. Of course. But Kemba Walker retired. That's actually surprising, even though he's 34 years old. I think it was surprising. I thought he would stay as like some sort of veteran presence for some team. He was on the Hornets, Celtics, Knicks, and Mavericks during his 12-year career. Moritz Wagner returns to the Magic, which is another great deal. 2-year, $22 million deal, so $11 million a year. Then Xavier Tillman will sign a 2-year deal with Boston. Jonathan Isaac gets a 5-year, $84 million contract with the Magic. Now that is a good Jonathan Isaac. He helped Magic a lot in the playoffs with his defense. And the last thing that happened July 2nd was Kyle Anderson signing a 3-year, $27 million contract with the Warriors. And the Timberwolves getting some picks and stuff. So then, today, July 3rd, LeBron James has signed a 2-year, $104 million maximum contract to return to the Lakers. So where he'll teach his son Bronny how to do better and stuff, because it's probably better coming from his own father anyway. By being taught from some college, but me personally, I think he needs some time to improve. But yeah, that's what happened. And Damian Lee returned to the Suns on a 1-year deal, and that is pretty much what all happened. So the big names that were traded or signed at free agency, some of the big names were Klay Thompson and Paul George and DeJounte Murray. DeJounte Murray was part of a trade, which was made it a lot worse for the Hawks because that was just a dumb decision. And Klay Thompson and Paul George both got signed at a free agency. So it's really the team taking them that makes the bad decision in that scenario, which I thought the Sixers made a horrible decision. My Sixers can't just stay out of trouble. My goodness. And so Klay Thompson going to the Mavericks. I'm not a fan of that trade either, but yeah, that's what happened. So, yeah, if you enjoyed this live stream, make sure to like this live stream, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, turn on your notifications because I will be posting more frequently. I'll try to get a short out every day. I know this week is definitely really busy because it was my sister's birthday, Monday, the July 1st, and it's going to be my birthday tomorrow. So, yeah, it's going to be a crazy week, but I will try to be posting as much as possible, get a short out every single day, try to get at least one full video out like once a week or a lot live once in a while. So I'll just be doing stuff like that, trying to post frequently. I love doing the quizzes and stuff with you guys, the polls. Let me know what kind of content you want me to see, want me to do on this NBA channel. And yeah, don't forget to subscribe because I am on the road to 250. And I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out.